Hello, my name is Tyler Ford, Tucson, Arizona with eXp Realty, and welcome to this episode of Living in Tucson, your Tucson Real Estate Connection. And in this episode, I'm going to be going over Sabino Springs. It's a very desirable gated community on the northeast side of Tucson in the Tanque Verde Valley. And I get a lot of people reaching out to me with tons of questions about Sabino Springs. So I'm going to go over what the community has to offer. Sabino Springs has 516 homes in the community on 430 acres. And the cool thing about Sabino Springs, of the 430 acres, about half of that is undeveloped and will never be developed. So there's a lot of vacant land, and a large portion of that is the golf course, which I'm going to be going over. But there's a lot of elbow room and a lot of space. It tucks up into the Catalina Mountains, which is kind of nice because the mountains protect the land and there's no more development going on. It's in the Tanque Verde Valley, which is a very quiet, desirable community. And a lot of people choose to live in the Tanque Verde Valley just because it's not crowded. And again, the Catalinas and the Rincons protect the land and growth, and there's just no more land to be had. So it's one of the big reasons why people look to live in the Tanque Verde Valley, and specifically Sabino Springs. But Sabino Springs has 516 homes total on 430 acres, and of the 430 acres, only half of that 430 acres is to houses. The other half is vacant land and also the golf course. So there's a lot of elbow room and just a lot of space in terms of just vacant or protected land that's never going to be built on. And homes range in all different types. You've got your track homes, your semi-custom, and your custom. Homes go down to about 1,100 to 1,200 square feet, 2-bedroom, 2 baths, all the way up to the bigger homes, up to about 4,000 square feet, and those are your custom homes. So there's all different options as far as price range and size within Sabino Springs. So a lot to choose from, and again, it's just really quiet, and it's a gated community, and that gate has somebody working the gate 24/7 in terms of access. You know, there are gated communities that are gated, and you've got your clicker to get in and out, but with Sabino Springs, there's actually somebody working the gate, and if you don't have a pass to get in, they're going to stop whoever that's trying to get in, even if they're going up to the golf course to play golf. So you're very protected. It's a very safe community and a very desirable one within the Tanque Verde Valley on the northeast side of Tucson. So let's talk HOA, and it's the number one question that I get is when people are looking at Sabino Springs, what does the HOA cover? And I'm going to go over kind of the general HOA information, not exact amounts, because I want this video to be relevant, and HOAs do change from time to time. But as of this recording, the monthly HOA, and it's paid semi-annually on the HOA, and then there's a golf assessment that's actually paid monthly. And the golf assessment is not, from what I've been told, a forever fee. And so the golf course, and this is unique, is owned by the HOA. And they want to protect the asset, and the asset is the homeowners and home values. So maintaining the golf course is really important to Sabino Springs. So right now, if you were to break it down monthly, you're at about $200 per month, of which $100 goes towards the golf assessment fee, and that also covers trash and waste. And then there's also a community center there where you've got access to the community center. There's a pool, there's a rec center, which is included in your HOA fees. And also, if you're a resident in Sabino Springs, you get a 10% discount on golf. So the HOA, $200 a month, actually you get quite a bit. Just down the road is the lakes at Castle Rock, and although it's very pretty and they've got some lakes, there's not a golf course there, and their monthly HOA is somewhat similar, which doesn't include a golf course. So if you're comparing the two, you actually get a lot more for your money at Sabino Springs. And that's the number one question that I get. If you have any questions, you can always comment below. But as of this recording, the total fees, HOA and golf assessment fee is right at about $200 a month. Sabino Springs is home of Arizona National, which is one of the best courses in Tucson and also one of the top courses of all of Arizona. It's a Robert Trent Jones course. And the 18th finishing hole at Sabino Springs was voted the best finishing hole of all of Arizona. And as far as play, there's 6,785 feet of play. And again, it's an awesome golf course that tucks up into the Catalina Mountains. And I've played that course many a times, and I love it in the evening when the sun's setting. It's got some great sunset views and city views. So again, a lot of people look to live in Sabino Springs because of the golf course. A unique thing about Sabino Springs is they've got casitas there. So if you're coming to Tucson and want to get to know Sabino Springs better, or maybe even coming here for a golfing destination vacation, it's a great place to stay. You can walk over to the driving range and the clubhouse. So it's really close to the golf facilities. And again, just a great way to get to know Tucson and Sabino Springs. I'm going to have a link below. You can go to the HOA page, and there's a booking tab there. And the casitas are owned by one company, not individuals. So it's managed and owned by one company, which to me is a positive, just because you don't get a bunch of investors renting them out for Airbnbs, which could potentially pull down the value of the casitas and home values in general. So it's a really unique thing. So if you are interested in coming to Tucson and interested in Sabino Springs, I would encourage you to check out the casitas. If you're interested in learning more about Sabino Springs and want to see what homes are available within Sabino Springs, reach out to us. We would love to help. We can get you set up on a little drip, so anytime a new home in Sabino Springs hits the market, you'll get it. And also, Tanque Verde Valley in general, it's a zip code 85749, and it's a very desirable place to live in Tucson. It's on the east side of Tucson, tucked against the Catalina Mountains and the Rincons. And again, one of the unique things about the Tanque Verde Valley is that the master plan does not allow for any rezoning, meaning developers can't come in and buy an SR property and downgrade it to a CR to get more density. So it's really, really quiet. There's not as much traffic. And again, the growth is protected by the mountains, the Catalinas and the Rincons. So it's one of the reasons why people look towards Sabino Springs and Tanque Verde Valley. And if you have any questions, reach out to us. We would love to help. Keep in mind, we've got a 16-foot box moving truck. So if you use us to buy or sell a home, you're more than welcome to use our moving truck. And even after the fact down the road, if you ever need to move appliances, furniture, go pick something up at Home Depot or Lowe's, you're more than welcome to use our truck. If you like this video, do me a huge favor and give me an internet high five by liking this video. If you have any questions about Sabino Springs or Tucson, you can go ahead and comment below and we'll get back to you. And for more awesome videos about living in Tucson, your Tucson Real Estate Connection, go ahead and subscribe to the channel.